Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. I chose dark arts, so I actually have a cool treat for you guys with dark arts. I did just go to Kentucky for like the third time recently, so I picked up. If you see that small bottle in the center, it's Thief from the Barrel. This one is straight malted whiskey with a red ale finish. Obviously, if you've ever dealt with like the beer world or stuff, beer world is kind of changing now where they can tell you what distilleries where they get their whiskey aged. Sometimes they used to say bourbon aged, and they wouldn't tell you where to get the barrels. And I think now some stout companies got the copyrights and just pumping up the hype for what barrels they sit in. So this one just says red ale. He said it was a local Kentucky red ale. I didn't do much research. I think he said it was local. But that guy is going to go last, so I don't want to read the specs on it. Another cool one I have for you guys. My first crack. So shout out to Cool and Ty, DJ, and the others that went down and picked this out of the Montana Bourbon Group. We got their pick that they went and did. It's a 10-year. I mean, I paid a little more than I wanted. I actually don't remember the price on those two. I actually don't remember any of the price of my dark arts. So I know. And the other last but not least, which we might drink this first because I've had it before and it's the open the longest, so I can let the other stuff get some air. But the Binny's Pick 6.5-year black label. It's gold wax. Got this from my buddy Hayden. He was driving cross country, and I was like, "Hey, I've been hunting down dark arts. Heard nothing but great things. Can you go track me down a dark arts while you're on the road?" So I actually opened up. Hopefully I have. Yeah, I'll do the barrel program at the end. If you've never been to dark arts, I highly recommend. They're kind of off the beaten path. They're kind of hidden there. I think it's really, really cool for them is they just are crazy blenders. They're doing wild things. And the other cool part is you can get a bottle like this. Basically, you can bottle it yourself, put the label. It even says like my name, Master Blender. It's kind of cool. A little gimmicky, but gets tourists in the door, and hooks them up. I think the cool part though, going there is you can basically, if you're not doing the barrel pick program, you can basically do your own barrel pick with one of the bartenders there. Since I'm one of those, I like funky and unique. I'm going to guarantee this malted red rye one is not going to be for everybody, but when you hear the notes that I'm about to say, it kind of hypes them up. I'm not going to lie. I'm into dark arts. I think they're a good company, and honestly, I'll keep buying their products. But I have this page open because depending on where you live, I live here now. I moved from Montana to Washington. In Washington, basically Total Wine, a lot of other liquor stores. I think even in Oregon, all their liquor stores and stuff like that had availability to some of these. Not the toasted Madeira, not that one. I haven't seen that one in a while, but I've definitely seen the 7-year finish, which is really cool. Background, it's all MGP. They get their stuff sourced MGP, and and they go crazy with it, which I think is really, really cool. They basically, like I said, you imagine it, they've done it. And not only have they done it, but they've done it on like a small scale where you can take it home with you, which I think is pretty rad. And that's why this malted one, I actually bought it just to sample out for my boys. Or if you like, comment, and we get enough to go up for live videos, maybe I'll send out a free sample to some people without trading. But it's a treat if you like single malt. I like malted. I'm slowly getting into it. I don't like... The problem with malted is when it dives into the peated area. So if you get anything from me that's malted, I'm normally pretty honest if it's leaning to the Scotch side. Barely Legal's around. It's their 7.5. And then their Amberana. I'm not an Amberana guy. I'm kind of like Bruzel, and I'm kind of like some others. To me, it's just too perfume. I make the good analogy with Amberana is it's like cilantro. People either like cilantro or they hate cilantro. I think Amberana is the same way in the whiskey world. I think it was a hot word for a while, and people are like, yeah, buy it all. I was the opposite. But yeah. So we can go over some of these private barrels. I don't think the Binny's 6.5 is up there anymore because I think they bumped it now to 7.5. because this is a Madeira finish. Let's see. Okay. So my background with that, obviously I went there and I tasted so much stuff. I think I went back 3 times during my week there because I was staying real close to them. So I got to try a lot of finish. I had known when Hayden went, he also got the Orloso Sherry. I was really into that because that's what I wanted. I think Orloso Sherry is fantastic. So if you like their stuff, like I said, they're great bottle design. The cork's crazy. The only thing is they must have changed it from wax, or Binny obviously did the cool wax, to now they do these big toppers, and they stick in there, man. Like it took some force to pull that out. I was kind of nervous. But I'm really excited to try the Montana Bourbon Enthusiast one. I've never even tried it. I just trust my boys' palate, and hopefully they picked a good one for us. The other thing I opened up was this one right here. Is pretty cool. The 7-year single malt, 100% malted barley, red ale, and bourbon. I'm telling you, I'm probably going to say that for last just because that could fuck up my bourbon palate here. But let's just go with the Binny's first. It's like super chocolate. I haven't been into this Binny's bottle in a while. It's super chocolatey. Chocolate, vanilla, maple syrup. Yeah. The other one I've had Dank Arts. It's a Washington pick down here at a local bar. It was fantastic. Like I said, some of these picks, you're in the driver's seat. You're in the driver's seat. Gosh. My throat's still dry from earlier. Yeah, the purples are the double barrels, triple barrel blends, which this is single barrel select straight. So I'm curious why the Montana one got, I don't know. I'm still trying to learn their their bottle labels because they're all over the place. Maybe because that was his previous ones. Gotcha. And the new ones now are 10.5. So 60 corn, 36 rye, 40 mash bill. This one, yeah, so you can read them actually on the bottom, the cool part. So this Binny's one is 51% corn, 39% rye, 10% MR. So MBL1. So this must be their first pick. Good on them. Madeira, I think it's fantastic. I'm not a wine drinker. You're getting more floral notes at the beginning for me, and then it's just chocolate. Chocolate brown sugar. Maybe a little touch of almond or something in there. Maybe more, not almond, maybe more of that rye. I mean, it doesn't have like a rye spice. Actually, I'll go more to like the like more aromatic, like maybe like a tea note. But a lot of chocolate. Like that's the chocolate honey. Chocolate honey vanilla. Obviously, it's Binny's solid pick. Availability. Probably not available anymore. Taste. I'll probably stick it at the 6. It's good. It grows on me. It lasts for a bit. I think my range when I'm going to start doing my scale, like 5 to 7 is like very good to me. And if you're under a 5, then it's probably like price or something wasn't worth it to drink. But these are very priced really well. I think the whole staff there that I've met, the other people that I've met at Dark Arts are the coolest. They've been the greatest people on earth. I think they give you a really cool experience. I hope they get popular and they get bigger and more people get to dive into their stuff. So let's do the Montana Montana Bourbon Enthusiast pick. The color turned out really good. Like I said, I'm super excited for this because I know who picked it, but I've also know what they went through because I kind of did my own like mini series, so it was really tough. And I think before I sip it, and I knows it, is I feel like they were probably more handcuffed to like, who's gonna buy this, and do we have enough for like enough interest for the group? You're not gonna do the malted red ale one that I did. Like, you got to be a weirdo like me that likes the crazy one-off, unique. I like fat kid whiskey, like big time finishes, and I like just unique stuff that people are just willing to take a chance. So I'm getting like, it's not the glass. The glass is pretty new. I got like a mint. We got like a minty note. It's very floral too. See, I feel like floral though is tough because, like, man, what do you say? Can't say potpourri because I feel like potpourri, again, it's like cilantro and amberana. It's very abrasive nose, but I could go potpourri. It's not abrasive, it just has a lot of floral in it. A lot of mint floral. Maybe like some cedar, like some fresh cuts of cedar wood. I could maybe see an almond if you're digging a little bit. Yeah. I'm actually shocked that these boys picked this, because this actually is a great. Keep in mind, I literally just opened it when I started this video. This is funky. It's going to tie into that that malted red ale really well, actually. This is funky, boys. Funky in a good way. This is 125 proof. I could probably see, knowing the boys that went there, they like their proof. They like their proof. Yeah, this is funky. I mean, this is literally the first pour out of that bottle. And where I'm saying funky is like, I'm almost getting like a Toji Kai, like little nip in there. Now on that one, I'm getting a lot of like fresh wood notes. Like I said, like pine, cedar, like fresh wood notes. That's crazy. I'm kind of not bummed, sorry. And get a lot of leather. I do get a lot of leather. Maybe tobacco. But it lands almost in that malt flavor. Like, it has like a Scotch note in there, but it's not like a peated Scotch, but it has like an earthy hit, and then that finishes for a long time. What did I give? 6 on the Binnies. Yeah, I think this is one step below, so I'll go 5.7. It's good. I'm curious how this is going to open up and breathe. Maybe we'll do another review. Maybe we should do some reviews on these fresh cracks when they breathe a little bit. But I'm just being a huge critic here because I don't want to like go to the next one just right away. I got a little light honey. Tea, definitely tea, definitely. Yeah, definitely tea, which is not bad. I got mint on the nose to turn it into a taste as tea. I think is pretty good. I'm gonna finish this right now because it's stumping me. There's a lot going on, which I think a lot of people like that. And honestly, the finish is sweet. Very sweet, actually. Okay. So now, like, the first, like, that last sip, I did not get any, like, that Scotch note. I'm getting more like pecan, pine, some like toffee, honey at the end notes. Yeah, like I said, it finishes sweet, so toffee, honey. Yeah, I think that's. We'll go with that. Maybe I'll even just. I'm gonna go 5.9. It's growing on me. I think that was cool. This one's gonna be quick. Again, not everybody's into the single malt. I think the single malt. I'm slowly getting into some of these straight malts. I think it's super fun. Some people don't. So what I was saying is, basically they have this finish there, and they have a whole bunch of different ones that you can make out of that. I think when I was there, I tried 3 different malties. The reason why I picked this one was, dude, it tasted like a fuzzy peach. That nose is straight malt, though, what you expect. Very heavy on the toffee. Oh my, it's like full-on chocolate bomb. Chocolate, maybe with like a little apricot. Oh, like fresh apricot. Oh, man. Fig. Actually, fig is probably the best. Like chocolate, figgy. God, I could do that. Nose is stupid. And again, sometimes finished whiskey is not for everybody. I think this finished whiskey is pretty sick, if you ask me. I'm back to where I did. I know I normally don't give notes right away. It has that fuzzy peach, just and the finish is peach rings. It like, oh my gosh, it hits you with almost. It bites you with that little bit of like a Scotch note, but my gosh, it just goes into peach land. Peach rings. Peach rings at the end, and it just keeps riding peach rings. That's freaking cool to me, and I can't wait to share this with some people because when I send this to them, I know people's palates are different, but I don't even need to explain. Peach ring. It actually, not to be a picky of my peach rings, it actually tastes like those good goods or whatever they're called. They're like the healthier version peach rings because it had like the little bit of the artificial sweetener has a taste in there. I mean, these aren't like those ones that you go into the mall as a kid and filled the sack full of peach. No. It ain't those peach rings, but I'll give it the healthier peach rings. Yeah, going back in. I mean, it's a peach bomb. I literally can't or try. Okay. I keep throwing peach. I can see someone else's palate go more tropical fruits like guava, something that's similar to peach, but like I said, like the guava, the tropical fruits like a mango, pineapple. I can see it could go either way. For me, my palate, the cool part, I have a geographical tongue. Not a lot of people have them. It's a pain in the butt because bourbon can switch on me very often. So, like, it's really cool that I bought this because it was a straight peach ring. I come back months, 6, maybe. Actually, no, it wasn't 6 months. Maybe 3 months ago. 4 months ago, I go back to this and then straight into a peach bomb. Okay, well, we're getting close to 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Go support Dark Arts. Go out to your store, find yourself some Dark Arts, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.